Alrighty, here we go. I'm John Recton with my review of AEW Dark, and I praised last night's Dark Elevation for going just under 45 minutes with some matches. While I didn't love everything, the overall presentation was short, sweet, to the point. They got in and out really quickly. That's what she said. And since it's going to be the last time they're in Daly's place with a crew this full, and they've been flying in a whole bunch of indie towns to give them a payday through the length of the pandemic, and it's really good that AEW has done that. I'm glad these talents got pay, and they got some ring time, and they got to live their dream. They got to show their skills. It's great. For good, bad, or indifferent, it has been a benefit to the wrestling business. But I'm also going to say I'm not going to miss shows this long. 2 hours and 3 motherfucking minutes for a bunch of squash matches, or matches that went on twice as long as they needed to. There's such a thing as too much of a good thing. So once they start touring, it'll be interesting to see how Dark Elevation and Dark are done. Hopefully they don't go longer than 40 minutes to an hour. And also, I'm curious, once Rampage starts being recorded, that's going to be a lot of wrestling for people to sit through. They're going to have separate taping days. These are questions that I would kind of like answers to. But anyway, before we get to that, let's talk about a show that really, in hindsight, what they should have done is should have taken about 30 minutes worth of matches on this and just put it on Dark Elevation. Even though that would have pushed it over an hour, you would have split the shows a whole lot better. Because 43 minutes, 44 seconds, 2 hours, 3 minutes, and 8 seconds, that's quite, a time difference. Anyway, Excalibur and Taz on commentary. Archer took on Ryan Mantell. Any relation to Ken? Did he book this shit? No, he did not. It was a mauling at first. Mantell did get in a few power moves. Winding slam, 1, 2, 3. I'm going to rush through the analysis of some of these matches because some of them were just there. But it's always nice to see Archer maul somebody. And then we get the Hughes brothers, Devon's kids, taking on QT Marshall and Aaron Solo with Nick Camarato there. And Ricky Starks joined on commentary for this in a few matches. I don't care about QT's group. It's nothing against QT. QT can work. QT can work, but he's not interesting. Solo is fine. Camarato has a good look. The Hughes brothers actually did some good stuff, and it was kind of nice that they did the was up headbutt and also the 3D attempt. And then Diamond Cutter 1, 2, 3. Then we get the waiting room with Brit Baker and Reba. This was obviously taped before Reba suffered the dislocated knee. Or if she didn't suffer the dislocated knee, my God, she somehow managed to, just sit there happily and everything. But I think it was obviously recorded before. Hopefully, Reba can recover. Reba, Rebel, whatever name you want to call her. Hopefully she can recover because it's terrible that she suffered that. If she just needs to be a manager, that's fine because she really can do that. Sometimes the human body just says, that's it, you're done. And I want her to have a long life and a long, career, even if she can't be in the ring anymore. So, Britt really has sunk her teeth, ironically, into this heel role. And they have Sonny Kiss and Janela on to patch up their differences. Let me say right now, I've never been the biggest fan of Joey Janela in the ring, but that being said, I don't have anything against him as a person. Sonny, I think, should have been featured better, but if they were going to put them together as a team, they should have featured them a little bit better, and they didn't. Sonny's at least a very good athlete. He, can do a lot of flippy shit. So, Britt says something along the lines of, well, Cody has gotten into the strap stuff a lot, which probably explains how Baby Rose got here. But we don't kink shame. That was pretty funny. So Sonny is annoyed with Janela, who wouldn't be, in all honesty, especially given the presentation. Janela's been going off to strip joints and not being a partner to Sonny Kiss. And it's like, well, Britt says, well, we've definitely been giving to charity with having these two on the show. Man, taking a shot at Sonny Kiss for no goddamn reason. Janela, he's going to have an award-winning smile thanks to Britt giving him dental work. And then Sonny's just irritated. Sonny really was irritated a lot here. And Joey, it was I who helped you remember who you are. They had all those vignettes and everything. They tried to have it where like Jimmy, the Jimmy Valiant recreation, all that. They tried to do it that way, but it didn't work. But that was the flavor of it. And, well, Sonny, I can't explain, but he can. He was like, Alex Marvez, it's his fault. And Alex Marvez doesn't show up because he's getting booed. But also because Alex Marvez wasn't there. He wants Sonny to back as his tag partner. You have a choice. Sonny says, I'm going to turn my back. If you're not ready to be my tag partner, something bad's going to happen. He gives him the sunglasses. Joey does. And, okay, they're reunited. They're reunited, I'm assuming, they'll probably break up on the first Rampage. Watch that happen. So they'll probably be back just for a little bit. It is what it is, but I don't really know why I'm supposed to care about this. And also, this went on twice as long as it needed to. Avadon versus Natalia Markova. I've heard the name Natalia Markova. This is nothing against her. Am I supposed to see anything other than somebody that is trying in the ring but just seems lost? That's what I'm seeing here. Yes, she was wrestling Avadon. And I want to say right now, there are people that call me hypocritical because I like Avadon's character, but I don't like Alexa Bliss's character. They start having Avadon do teleportation and have a doll and have all this stupid bullshit and all this, dressed up stuff. And, turning off the lights and everything and making all the stuff flicker and do way too much supernatural shit. Sure. Then I'm going to, basically say that it's stupid. But I like the Avadon gimmick because it's creepy and whatever, and she just does the weird antics without veering into too much goofiness. And I just think Avadon also is better in the ring. She's also been doing this gimmick longer. Just wanted to say. Is it wholly original? You could say that Rosemary did it first, because she did. But Avadon has put her own spin on it. So anyway, she gets a leg lock DDT 1, 2, 3. I did also like the neck crack spot. That was kind of cool. Matt Seidel versus Carly Bravo. Carly Bravo has shown some potential, and Matt Seidel, very, very good. Very good in the ring. Seidel does some great mat work. Worked hard on these puns. And he does, some really cool stuff. He did actually a really nice spin kick that Bravo just sold like, he was knocked out. And then lightning spiral 1, 2, 3. And then the blade with the bunny and Matt versus Trey Lamar. Trey Lamar showed some good stuff here. Some good agility, nice cross body, showed some really, really good fire. The blade is in shape. The bunny looked really good hopping around ringside. And then he needed a loaded punch, though. The blade needed a loaded punch to beat this guy that we have not seen before. Nothing against Trey Lamar. I'm just talking about being presented on this particular program. He's somebody that maybe should bring in on occasion. He's somebody that I think a lot of indie promotions should get a look at because he was pretty damn good. But a loaded punch to beat a guy on dark, please. So we get Bear Bronson with his brother Bear Boulder or his partner Bear Boulder taking on Big Trouble Ben Bishop. So many bees here. So many motherfucking bees, not the bees. Oh, they're in my eyes. So Bishop definitely has height. My God, he has height. He was almost towering into the spotlights and not losing his religion. Big man battle, and Bishop got in a few shots, but fell to a Sea of Senton 1, 2, 3. Fuego del Sol and the Worthless Midget. That's Stunt. I don't know if Stunt's a bad person, not like his brother, and if you know, you know. But anytime Marco Stunt's in a wrestling ring, wrestling dies a little bit because he's embarrassing to watch. It's not believable. It's bullshit. Baron Black and Ryzen. Baron Black has impressed me. He's done some good stuff. And Ryzen has, this crazy look. And they did some good stuff here. And Del Sol is not that bad in the ring. He's got some really good agility and fans like him. This is stupid. Really, really stupid that Stuntman's in the ring. They should have had Del Sol. Just have Del Sol pick, a goddamn cameraman. He would have done better than Stunt. Tornado DDT wins it, and Del Sol's all shocked. But anyway, Baron Black, I actually hope, I don't know what promotion he works for, but hopefully AEW, when they're in certain areas and these talents are available, as they tour, they can bring them in and use them. Yes, it might cost a little bit to fly them in, but you can use them in since they're touring, they'll be in front of fresh audiences. So anyway, we get Chris Statlander with Orange Cassidy. Jared, thank you for telling me. Apparently they're dating. That pretty much cements what I felt when Chris Statlander first came back and the way she looked for Orange Cassidy. And if it's true, good for them. Happy for those kids. Orange Cassidy's going to have death by snoo snoo. It would be worth it. She took on Viva Van, who looks quite good, and also got in some good kicks here. Showed some fire. Hadn't seen her before. She showed some impressive stuff. That's hard to say. And then Big Bang Theory 1, 2, 3. Also the weird cartwheeling into the boop. She booped her. She booped the van. If the van is a booping, don't come a... Moving on. But yeah, Big Bang Theory 1, 2, 3. Viva Van, though, showed some impressive stuff. Varsity Blondes with Julia Hart versus Chad Lennox and Zachariah. Zebekiah versus, or with Dustin Rhodes. Students at school, and then Dustin walks back. It's all right. Dustin's students got in some shots. Eric Pillman, 1, 2, 3. There you go. And then we get Angelico versus Prince Kai. King Kai. It was fine. It was just fine. Kick, punch, it's all in the mind. And this match was just fine. And then he does a rhyme with the Navarro Death Roll, which isn't a rhyme, and he gets the leg lock. There you go. Prince Kai was fine. Angelico is a good athlete. I just don't care about TH2. So anyway, Angelico keeps dancing after the music stops. Wheeler Yuta bumps into him like, hey, you idiot, I'm supposed to get to this match. He takes on the Dolph Twin, a.k.a. Ryan Nemeth, with the Wingman. He gets this big, lavish entrance. The match is alright, and Wheeler Yuta gets a trap pin and pins the Dolph Twin. Okay, good on Wheeler Yuta. So anyway, Spears and Wardlow versus Hunter Knott and Rosario Grillo. God, Rosario Grillo. It just sounds like a Dario Argento movie. Wardlow looked as impressive as ever because as long as he doesn't try to do too much, the guy can do stuff. He can do an impressive moonsault or a senton and stuff like that. He can do stuff. Spears are trying to make him an angry gimmick. That's adorable. Hits the C4. 1, 2, 3. Kylan King versus Ty Conte. Hopefully they won't have certain people there once they go back out on the road. But anyway, if you get it, you get it. It's a wrestling company, not charity. Sorry. But anyway, Ty Conte is very good. Kylan King should be signed. These two women took it seriously. They did some really, really good work here. Ty Conte had some good strikes. Kylan King used her size. Got some good near falls. And then kicks in the corner, which was really not, one kick, two kick, three kicks, 3 times a lady. And that didn't even make sense. And then that was by Ty. And then we get an apron flatliner. Or apron STO rather. I don't know why they keep doing apron bumps. And not just women, but the man stopped doing the apron bumps. Any company. Just stop. Just ease off on them for 3 months. And then they might mean something. Actually, it'll probably be about a year. DD Ty, 1, 2, 3. There you go. Dasha interviews Varsity Blondes. Very old school face promo. Where Griff's like, yeah, Griff and Brian are like, we're going to go after the tag titles. And that's fine. And Julia's just smiling and being all happy to be there. And then we get Colt, 5'10", and Reynolds versus Will Allday, Jason Hutch, Chandler Hopkins, and Dean Alexander. It didn't last long. It was over in about 4 minutes, and 5 got a frog splash. 1, 2, 3. There you go. Let's get to the rest of the notes. I had to use extra paper to write down these notes. That's when you know a YouTube wrestling show is too long. Mike Seidel, with Matt, versus Jack Evans, with Angelico and Matt. Or Matt Hardy, the lesser Matt that they have on their roster. Mike can do work. Evans can do flippy shit. High bridge, and Evans gets the victory. Cool. Red Velvet versus Ashley Vox. Good to see Red Velvet back. Good to see her front, too. Hey-oh. No, seriously. It's actually good to see Red Velvet back. I was worried when she did that dive and crashed and burned. Ashley Vox isn't too bad. Did a nice fisherman suplex, fisherwoman suplex, if you will. But eventually, the chef's kiss, or just desserts, whatever the hell it's called. Red Velvet gets the victory, does some dancing, did the splits before that kick, does dancing. That was nice. Moving on. Penta and Kingston with Alex Abrahantes versus Chaos Project, Serpentico and Luther. Serpentico should get a singles run. Luther should not be there anymore. Alex is ridiculous but entertaining. Fear Factor on Serpentico, 1, 2, 3. There you go. That's going to be hopefully the last long review of AEW Dark or AEW Dark Elevation that I end up doing. It served its purpose, but cut the shows down, feature the right people. Maybe the appearances that these indie talents have had will help them get better pay at indie shows, and hopefully indie promotions can rise up and work with AEW, hopefully. But anyway, looking forward to short YouTube shows. Agree, disagree, what I said, like, share, subscribe, Twitter handle in the description. I'm John Ritlin. I'll see you soon.